In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a face fillet using hold lines. Now, before I get into that, I do want to point out what a regular constant radius fillet looks like. And you can see it here with this yellow cylinder and this gray cylinder and the blue fillet between the two. That's a standard constant radius fillet, and you can see it's got a lot of material here in the back, very little material in the front, and very little material on the sides. In contrast, this green fillet here, you can see has got very little material in the back, quite a bit of material in the front as well as on the sides. And that's what I'm going to be showing you how to create. The first thing I want to do is I want to create a couple of split lines. So the first split line I'm going to use is to cut this blue cylinder here in half, and then I'm going to cut a split line into this gray cylinder, and we're going to use those two split lines as our hold lines for that fillet. So let's go up here to the front plane. In half, and now you have that split line on that surface. I want to do something very similar to the next line here, so I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch on that line. So where's that line? It is inside of here, so expand that out, click on that line right there, and I'm going to use that to create a surface. So click on surface, extruded surface. I'm going to go in both directions, or mid-plane, and 4 inches is fine. Click on OK, and now start a sketch on that surface. So select the surface, start a sketch, and now I want to convert an entity. And the line I want to convert I'm going to click on OK, and now I've got this nice line that I like to project down to this surface. So I'm going to do the exact same thing, go to Features, Curves, Split Line, and I'd like to project the current sketch down to the surface here. Click on OK, and now you can see I've got that line cutting this surface here. I'm going to take that plane and just hide it for right now. And you can see the two lines which are going to be creating the hold lines for that feature. Let's now go up here to fillet. Instead of a standard fillet here, you might see as a constant size fillet, I'm going to use a face fillet. And the items I'm going to fillet is this surface here with this one down here. And a little bit in the front. It's not actually going all the way up to the top of that surface because we have it set up as a circular profile. If instead I change it over to curvature continuous, notice it does go all the way up to both of those lines, and that's exactly what I want. So you have a lot of options you can play with here. You can change how you're cutting these surfaces, what you are doing to define these radiuses and things like that, but you really have a lot of control with this, and you can really define exactly the starting point and the ending point for that fillet. I'm just giving you one example here, but you can use this tool in a whole bunch of different ways. You basically just need to define where you want the fillet to start and where you want to end with these two curves, and then just define if you want to use curvature continuous or defined radius. Click on OK, and there you have it. So go ahead and click on the green check mark, and you can see we've created a very beautiful fillet there. It does take a little bit of work to create those split lines and projected curves, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. Go ahead and work through it. What I have provided here is a couple of other examples, so you can take a look at how I created this one. This one's exactly the same. Here's a standard fillet, and you can see I've already projected one of the curves here. You can go ahead and try to practice on your own on something like this as well. So go ahead, give it a try. It's a very, very handy way to create some very beautiful, smooth curves, and they really work really great for injection molded parts or any type of layup or composite work or just about anything you want to do that's going to create a nice, smooth curve that transitions from one surface to the next.